Welcome to the Retire Mentality. This is a place where I want to change your mentality about retirement. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the FIRE movement again. And don't forget, I changed the name of the FIRE movement from Financial Independence Retire Early to Financial Independence Recreational Employment, because we don't want to retire. That's not the goal. The goal is financial independence. The goal is gaining our time. The goal is doing what we want. And I call that recreational employment. That's what I'm doing. I live on a Caribbean island. I sell real estate. I do videos. I have a blog. I sell printing. I do many things. I manage properties. I have vacation rentals. But I'm doing what I want to do. I'm living the life that I want to live in the place where I want to be. And that is the key, my friends. And so today I want to talk about what is your FIRE number, the place where you can reach financial independence and have that recreational employment. I'm going to tell you how I calculate my number and how other people calculate their number. And maybe it'll help you get to the number where you can figure out what the goal is. So let's get into it right now. Okay, so what is the FIRE number? Just in case you don't know, the FIRE number is the number that you need to cover all of your expenses, pay all your bills, and get the recreational employment that you so desire. Or you can retire if you want, but I just don't think that's the goal that most people should have. Reaching the financial independence and gaining the time and the ability to do what you want, that should be the goal. I apologize for these shadows behind me. I just cannot figure out where to film in my condo here. I don't like the pink walls. Anyway, sorry. Hopefully this isn't driving you crazy and it looks okay. Okay, so back on track. The FIRE number is the number you need to cover all of your bills and get the job that you want. So most people in the traditional FIRE movement who are trying to retire early, they are stock investors, they're looking for the dividends. They want to live off of that income from their investments. They're doing it by saving up $2 million and then what they call the 4% rule, where they withdraw 4% every year and live off of that. And then hopefully their investments are making 7 or 8%, and that extra 3 to 4% is covering inflation and going back into their accounts to keep them at 2 million forever. So that if you have 2 million, you live off 4%, that's 80 grand. So they're trying to live off that 80 grand and keep 2 million in the bank. Great goal. I never made huge amounts of money that I could save up $2 million and put it in the bank. What I did was I bought real estate, and I got a $2 million real estate portfolio, which is leveraged at about 50%. So I have $1 million of equity in my $2 million worth of real estate. I didn't spend $1 million of my cash to get there though. I used, I leveraged the debt, and my properties have been appreciating. My tenants have been paying down my mortgage balances. So I probably spent $300,000 or $400,000 to get my $1 million net worth, to get my $2 million in property. So I've reached financial independence with those investments. My investment, my real estate income after expenses covers all of my bills. But my goal is to have it be double. So I'm going to show you what my retirement, if I were to quit working, stop selling real estate, stop doing some of these things I'm doing now, I'm going to show you what I think my bills would be at that point. So I'll put an infographic in here while I look at my notes. So I'm not a big budget guy. I'm not a spreadsheet guy, but I actually have been tracking my expenses for the last 2 or 3 months so that I could come up with an average, just so I could do this video for you guys. So my food budget seems to be about $550 a month. Now, granted, I live on an island and things are a little bit more expensive here, so I'm working off of that number here. And then I put bars and eating out. Between my wife and I, my business partner and I, going out to dinners and having some drinks in bars, I spend about $350 a month on that. I threw in an extra $350 for entertainment. That's if you want to go play a round of golf, go to the movies if they ever open up, or rent a boat, or go jet skiing, whatever type of entertainment you want to do. So I threw that number in there. And then if I'm not paying for my own health insurance right now, so I really don't know what this number is, but I anticipate our health insurance costs, if neither one of us had jobs, would probably be around $500 a month. You can leave me a comment and tell me that I'm an idiot if you want. I don't know. I don't pay for my health insurance. But I encourage comments because it helps the algorithm. So go ahead, call me stupid. I don't care. Car insurance run me about $150 a month. And then I put gas and maintenance, another $150 a month. A power bill, average power bill wherever in the world, I figure would run me about $200 a month. And then I just put water, $130, Wi-Fi 80, cell phones $150 each for me and my wife, so that's $300. So that gave me a total of $2,670, which is $32,000 a year. So I figure I need 32 grand just to cover all of those expenses without my housing expense, which is probably the biggest expense. And so, you know, if I live in my house in Florida, my mortgage is about $1,500 a month. If I figured I could go pretty much anywhere in the world and rent a pretty decent place for around $1,500 a month. It's way less than what I'm paying right now, but I live on an expensive island, so I'm not going off of the numbers for this place. So that gives me a grand total for my all of my expenses at $50,000 and a little bit of change there. So I need my rental income to net after expenses $50,000. And my goal, like I said in the beginning, I want my income from my rental properties to be double my actual expenses. So my goal is to try to get my net rental income to be $100,000 per year. If I wanted to do it the traditional way, the FIRE movement people are doing, I don't know, I didn't calculate that number, but if 80,000 would be 2 million, I need another 20,000. So I need another 200. So let's just call it 2.5 or so, I guess I would need to live off that 4%. I like the control that I have in the real estate market. It's what I'm good at. Like, everybody can't be good at everything. I'm trying to build up some stocks right now, and I'm going to take a year off of buying a house, I think, this year. My goal, I bought one house every year for the past 8 years. And I think I'm going to skip this year and put some money into the market. It's been a wild ride in the market lately. So I've been, you know, dollar cost averaging money into the market. So that's my goal for now. But hopefully that can show you, you know, whether you're working off of trying to save up and live off of dividends, or if you're trying to work off of real estate, that gives you an idea of how to get to what your FIRE number is so that you can reach financial independence, which I want to just hammer that into your brains. Financial independence is the goal here, not retiring early. Get to financial independence, then you can make up your mind what you want to do. You could retire, you could get bored, you could get a job, then retire, whatever, but you got to get to financial independence first. So make that your goal. Good goals are always the key. And I hope you enjoyed this. Please hit the like button if you did. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And if you really loved it, hit the little bell down there for notifications so that you know every time I put out a new video. Thank you for coming by, and I'll see you in the next video.